What is going on? What's up, guys? It's Sunday afternoon. Just got back from brunch. So we're doing a live stream. I've wanted to do this for a while. I've tried to be like maybe a little bit more consistent with like, well, not maybe a little bit. I've not really been that consistent with live streams. At least I've done them more than I had in the past. I always have goals to do them, but it's like all this setup and stuff. So hopefully we got like a more permanent solution here. I actually moved that camera and whatever. So hopefully everybody's good today. I want to know who played paintball today. The like 4 of you that might be in this chat right now. How many of you played paintball today? I don't know. I don't even know what the weather is like around the globe. Weather map. Oh gosh, let's look at another map of I've never even done this before. Just like a broad temperature map of the United States. It looks like we're good for most of the places. So who played paintball today? As the weather's pretty good all around the United States. I don't think anybody's suffering from like any crazy hurricanes or anything weird like that. Yeah. I did not play paintball today. Hopefully next weekend. That's gonna be my goal. Where did you guys play at? Where are you playing at paintball at? DMX, Killer Lizard, Team 40 or CS2? I don't know. I'm probably just using the CS2. Warped Sports Paintball Park. Cool. Recovering from shoulder surgery. That's no good. My aunt might have to have surgery on her knee. We were talking about that yesterday. They're talking about like fully replacing her knee. I think she's done it on her right side. They're talking about doing it on her left side, which is crazy. Crazy. BKW Paintball in Marana, Arizona. Is that how you pronounce that? Marana, Arizona. Norway might be kind of cold today. You know what's weird too is daylight saving. Don't we like moving daylight saving like forward a week too now, huh? It's like the 7th or something like that. That's crazy. I'd be okay if we got rid of daylight saving time, you know? I don't really know what it does. So, one thing that I kind of have to talk about, I kind of have to at least have one thing I feel like to talk about during these live streams, just to help get this road on the show. So one of the things that I really like about paintball, like one of my favorite paintball things is hold your horses, is actually in here. Hold your horses. I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if I've ever said that word. This is the zipper's having problems. No. The Empire E-Flex. So the E-Flex let me switch over to this so I can actually see what I'm doing. The E-Flex right there has been one of my favorite paintball masks, you know, for a very, very long time. Mainly, you know, our switcher's not working here. It's mainly popular. The main reason I like it so much is just how well it breathes, you know? I really like all that ventilation on the bottom. We're gonna turn, that's a really bright, crazy looking light. I don't know about that. Oh gosh. That's not too bad. Anyway, so yeah, all of that ventilation really is the reason I like the thing. So I'm a big fan of these. I also really always liked the camo ones. So at one point I had 2 of these things. I had an all black one like this. And then I had I think they called that Terrapat, or they might have just called that might have been just the camo goggle frame. But at one point, this goggle frame went to a camo mask where, you know, the ears and this skirt or the bottom faceplate were all camouflage to match. And this is like, we're gonna change. I am so like crazy about everything looking like perfect. If I see anything I don't like, I'm like, oh, I gotta change it right now. Yeah, so I have always liked these masks. And it's been a really long time since like we've seen anything different than just kind of black and solid white ones. But this past weekend, or maybe I shouldn't say past weekend, these past like, I don't know, a couple weeks, Empire have released new colors. So there are 2 new colors for the thing, kind of like that mask back there. I think this Terrapat one was that same goggle frame, and this is their new Hex Camo one. So we're gonna open these things and just look at them. First, this Terrapat one, because I think that like, use my car key or my mailbox key. I think that that's gonna be really loud. Woo, okay, that's over with. That's probably horribly loud. So yeah, this one I probably want to keep, right? Like, I really like these masks, and I've always liked these like camo ones, you know? So in here, you get goggle bags. So these Empire, these goggles, they always come with that goggle bag. It's really just a bag, you know, there's a little drawstring on there. They're coming with a second lens too. Normally these only come with a clear lens, or sometimes I guess they limited edition smoke ones, but it came with a smoke lens. But this has that smoke lens and that clear lens. So this is Terrapat. So it's kind of like, you know, it's not like, I would say, a traditional camouflage. It's not like, you know, woodland camouflage or anything, desert camouflage like that. It's more of a, we'll say, natural camouflage color. It definitely blends more. You can kind of see how it, I don't know, just sort of blends together a little bit more. I don't know. It's very subtle, so I kind of would prefer it to be a little bit more pronounced, you know? Because at a distance, or you just kind of look at it, it kind of just looks green, you know? It doesn't really look as camo-y. This side, a little bit lighter, but I don't know. Let's see what the Hex Camo one looks like. Okay, this is going to be awful again. Maybe I'll take off this wrapping right here. We'll I'll get it a little bit further away from the microphone. Hex Camo. Okay, I guess we don't need to I don't really need to show what's in there. So again, it's coming with that, you know, smoke lens and Hex Camo. So this is, you know, what is that popular camouflage pattern like that? I can't think of the name of it. It's like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago it became popular. I don't know. Someone tell me in the chat what the other hex camouflage pattern is popular. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, obviously you can tell that this is, you know, a substantially more like animated or something like that. You can just kind of see that, you know, it's more obvious. Well, I don't know. It's kind of got a blue color to it. That gray definitely is kind of like that. I don't know. It's like, you know, like Navy ships kind of have that like bluish, dark gray blue color, as well as like planes. I think of like F-22s and F-16 kind of have that grayish blue camo pattern. Cryptex? Cryptech, is that it? Cryptex? Someone's saying Digi something. I mean, it's digital camo, sure. But there's like a brand that like became popular. I think Cryptex, Crypt-K something at least. I mean, at least that sounds familiar. So yeah, I really like these things. I really like, you know, I've always really liked, oh gosh. I've always really liked the Empire masks. My biggest complaint is for certain gonna be that, oh, these aren't actually that bad. That's actually pretty good. I was gonna complain about the goggle strap. I thought that they were using a different goggle strap, I don't know. So those are good. So there's a lot of masks now that are using like different straps that don't like stretch that much. And they're really stiff, so I don't know. Those ones stretch a lot. So I like it. I am probably gonna keep this Terrapat one. Cause yeah, I mean, like last live stream, I think we were talking about how I need that mask, you know, my E-Flex is so like, you know, dead. It just needs almost everything. So, like the goggles, oh gosh, the goggle strap's getting all bacony and weird, and the foam's actually okay, but the lens is starting to bug me. It's got a lot of little scratches and stuff on it, so I'm kind of in need for a mask. I might just keep that thing. The Vents Helix probably is what we're going for, but you put an X in there, so. Big heads. I don't really have like a, I have a normal sized head. I definitely have big ass ears. I might have a little bit of a taller head, but it's not like big around. I definitely wear my mask like a crazy person though. I wear my mask like way high on my head. So none of the masks really fit my head right because I'm an idiot and I wear it like a stupid person. So. I'm gonna go back to the chat. I can't see the chat room. It's so crazy how like there are how many people watching this right now? 18 people. It's so funny. If I do them like, if we do live streams like, I don't know, during the week, way more people watch this. So what you guys should do is we should like amp this live stream up. So everybody on Facebook and pretty much only everyone only uses Facebook now. That came out really crazy. Share this so we can get like, you know, a lot of people watching. I don't know. What should we talk about? Give me something to talk about. I don't have any topics. Who's got paintball questions? I gotta have paintball questions. Or just what's the cool I should talk about? I don't know. I must say, hard venture, I don't know. Football's on. Well, it's just a weird time for me to do a live stream too at 1 in the afternoon. You know, people are doing stuff. I don't think it's probably not just football, you know. People at the paintball field still, you know, people are doing stuff. Who's gonna win World Cup? I don't know, we talked about this last time, you know, like, it's always so difficult to like, pick any of these teams that are gonna win, right? Because it's kind of a flip of the hat. I was gonna say flip of the coin, but I'm like, there's more than 2 teams playing, so I was gonna, I don't know, draw the hat? I don't know, whatever that is. It's always just hard, right? Because there's just good teams. There's so many good teams. I mean, Dynasty could win easy. Heat could win easy. Impact could win. You know, X Factor could play well and win the tournament. Damage could even win the thing. So there's a lot of teams that are good, and it's just kind of random who wins, I think. I think that maybe in the past, when teams were not as diverse, it was kind of easier to pick, right? When there was like teams that were really good at playing the snake side, or there were teams that were really good at playing defense. You could kind of like look at the field and sort of guess who was like going to be good, right? Because Tampa Bay Damage forever would only play a defensive style play. And very seldomly they'd be aggressive. So, you know, if the field was playing really aggressive, Damage might not do as well. But nowadays it's like, I don't know, everybody's aggressive and everybody can play defense and everybody's really good. So it's kind of just, I don't know, it seems like a flip of the hat, right? It really is just kind of random, you know, like, especially when we see the teams like, you know, do so well sometimes. Like, let's switch over to this. NXL. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we see these teams do so well sometimes. I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. It's not going to happen. Okay, start over. Pro teams. Where's ranking? Isn't there like a ranking normally on this? Season standings. There we go. Yeah, it's just hard, right? Because so many of these teams are just so good and it's so random, right? I mean, if we look at Impact, right? Impact's in first right now. They got a first place, they got a second, and they got a 10th. 10th? Like, that's what? You know? And then you get Infamous with second, 8th, and 3rd, and then a 10th, and then a 3rd, and a 1st, 11th, 1st, and 5th. It's like, you know, it's truly so random. There isn't a team out there that's just like, or there aren't a few teams that are super dominant that you can like just be like, oh, one of these 3 is probably gonna win. Because really, in the last couple of years, it's been super random. It's kind of just like who's hot that day and who's playing the field the best, and maybe paint's shooting better on one, you know, maybe one team has better paint or something like that. true. I don't know. Ernest Shoemaker, current thoughts on the DSR Plus. They're probably not any different. I mean, if you watch the video, it's not like, you know, it's only been a couple weeks. Not much has changed. Can't wait to get my hands on one. They're fantastic. They really are good guns. You also said that I keep it. Nope, I'm never going to keep any of the guns on this channel. You know, it's just too expensive. Yeah, I mean, you got to think that within 2 weeks I bought a TM40, DSR Plus, and the MacDev XDR. I can't keep all those. It'd be crazy, you know? And I've never been one to, like, keep a lot of paintball guns anyway, you know? Like, I'm just going to primarily have 2, 3, you know? Like, right now, I have the Emek, the Geo4, and the Sniper, Empire Sniper, and a MG100, or the EMF 100. And they're all 4 different guns, you know? That's kind of like an electric gun, I got a mag-fed gun, a mechanical gun, and a pump gun. So that kind of covers all that stuff. I've never really felt like a need to have more than one electric gun, you know? Maybe back in the day when I was like collecting stuff, but it's been a very long time. It's just easier to have one, you know? Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, the Geo4 and the DSR Plus, though, I really do like the DSR Plus. Like, I think if I was like, you know, honestly, if I was in the market to buy a paintball gun right now and I didn't have anything to buy, I would probably, personally, you know what I'd really probably buy? Is the Empire 6. That's going to be a very weird answer, and it's not like a common answer, but I really like that thing. I always really liked my axes. I really was a fan of the original axe. I think I had like, I don't know, probably 7 of those things. I used those a lot. I had one of the dealer ones. I had multiple custom ones. I had a Ripper one with the Inception body. I really liked the axe. And then the axe 2.0 came out, and I just didn't really like the 2.0. It was a lot smaller. I mean, they made the gun like 20% smaller, and people kind of complained already that the axes were already, you know, so short. The Empire axe. Most of you guys, some of you guys might be like way new, and I gotta like not leave this view on if we're not looking at it. So yeah, that original axe right there, I really liked them. They're fantastic. They're super reliable and just simple, right? Then they came out with the 2.0, which was essentially the same gun. They just kind of made it smaller. I mean, you can just kind of see the difference between those two. Just a little bit shorter. So I feel like with the Empire 6, it's still the axe, right? It still has that same, like, you know, shot quality and that same shot that I really like. And I really like the ergonomics. I really like the back trigger frame. I just want a picture of a black one. I'm like clicking around just to find a black gun. It's like, geez, there's my video. Yeah, I really like the ergonomics. I really like the trigger frame feel. This is the weirdest looking foregrip ever. It's stupid looking. I would have never designed it. If I saw that come across, like, if I was like in charge and they're like, here's our new gun, I'd be like, we're not making that shit. That's the dumbest looking thing ever. But my God, it does feel very good. So I don't know. I would say no to it, but they did a really good job. I really like the foregrip. You know, at first glance, I'm like, it's stupid. But it works really well, you know? As an example, don't, you know, judge a paintball gun foregrip by its cover. So I really like it. There's me again. I tend to show up a lot in this stuff. I think if you're searching for paintball stuff, I think I'm gonna tend to pop up. We don't need to watch these ads though. I'm not logged in. The Empire 6. So I really like them. I don't know why I'm going on this Empire 6 tangent, but I'm about it. All about them. Either way, what's the best high-end pump gun? It's how many are there? There's like 4. Are there even 4? I mean, it's really difficult with CCM because CCM, like, I don't know what the heck CCM's deal is. They're so confusing. CCM paintball. I get all mixed up with CCM because it's like, do they have these things in stock? Do you consider them like a gun, but they haven't had it in stock for 4 years, but it's still on their website? I don't know. If I had, and let's say that, I don't like, it's hard to say like what's the best one really, because it comes down so much to preference. So it's like, especially with these pump guns, right? I think it's a little bit easier when it's like, what's the best specific niche product gun? What's the best pump gun that's $400? You know, that's a little easier. But I think that if I were to choose a pump gun to purchase, I probably, yeah, that's what Jake said. Jake said the MVP. That's how I feel. I mean, I would probably say 2 things, right? I think that if you want, like, I think the best pump gun, right? It's either that Field 1 or now, or previously, you know, the Bob Long MVP. I don't even know if they're gonna be, you're gonna be able to, can you find Field 1 MVPs? Yeah, for sure. It's been a long time. I don't think they made any in quite some time. But I really like the MVP. The Bob Long MVP. We'll show pictures of it. We might as well. MVP, the Mark Victory pump. So this is going to have more of like that new style paintball gun, right? It's going to be a little bit more modern feel. It's got the, you know, hoseless design. It has that new style on off. It has the cam on off. It just has like a more new look and feel to it. So me personally, I don't really care if it has a new or old school feel. I just kind of want it to be the nicest. And I think that these MVPs are probably the nicest. I really like them. But then there's also a bunch of these, right? There's also a bunch of, the problem with CCM is you get a lot of hockey stuff. There's also a bunch of these CCM guns. I am so bad at identifying these guns because there's been so many of them. So yeah, but I believe that is the T2. There's a bunch of these. That is, I don't know. That says the 6.5. There's a lot of these guns. So there's a lot of these CCM pump guns that are also very, very nice. And they're more similar to like, you know, old school autocockers. So it's really, you know, an autococker with just the front pneumatics taken off and they turned into a pump gun kind of. So it's going to have a more classic old school feel. That's kind of why I said that. Like, if you want old school, CCM's probably it. If you want, you know, newer or maybe just don't care and just want the best, I think the MVP is the choice I would go with. Yeah. The Diesel, what do you think about the die rotor R1 or upgrade for the Spire? You know, I don't know. I truly have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know anything about it. Well, R1, right? Didn't they? I'm thinking of something different. Why am I thinking of like a different upgrade? I'm thinking of a aftermarket electronic board. I've just never. I'm just not used to people saying R1. Yeah, you just threw me off. So wasn't someone making like an aftermarket electronics like a few years ago or recently for the rotor? No? Let's search for, whoa. Let's just do this. Easier for me without reading. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Your real question, I'm sorry. What do you think the die rotor, what do you think about the die rotor or upgrade to the Spire? I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. I don't know what's going on there. We're gonna skip that one. That's a hard question to answer. Man, my side hurts today. Version 1, Jake says, version 1 rotors are indestructible. I believe that too. You can practically like, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want to those things. They're just gonna work forever. Rotors are indestructible. Whoops. Where we go? Where's? And you can mod them to top feed using a die boom box mag parts if you want to power feed, rip feed without a rip feed. I don't know what that means. What's my NFL team? If I had, if I had to say if I had to say that if I was an NFL fan, if I had to pick, it'd be a 49ers fan. But watching football, it's gotten weird recently. It's just a little bit harder for me to watch. Spider54 says, is the Emek the best marker on the planet? Something like that. I think so. I mean, I think the Emek's awesome. I think that there's not a better paintball gun, honestly. It's like somebody the other day asked me, what's the best paintball gun to buy? Or what would you buy? What's the best first paintball gun to buy somebody, or something like that? And I think it really depends on the person. I think that if I was gonna only buy one paintball gun, dude, it might be an Emek. I really like those, and I have a lot of fun when I use the Emek. It's great. So if I was to honestly probably have one paintball gun, it might just be the Emek. Just because I have so much fun when I use it. It's definitely not the best paintball gun you can buy, but I just have a ton of fun when I use the thing. But I think the best paintball gun for somebody to buy, probably if they're newer, I always want to say the Mini GS, because I think that the Mini GS is like, it's not too far off in price from the Emek, really. I mean, you got to spend $150 more and you get in the Mini GS. You definitely get a better barrel, but what you get is versatility, right? Because with the Emek, you're kind of just stuck how it is, right? It's mechanical, and that's all it's going to be. You can't really go play tournaments with it. That's kind of just how it is. Whereas with the Mini GS, you can shoot fast or you can't shoot fast. You can put an electric hopper on there and shoot 20 balls a second if you want, or you can just go dink, dink, and dink around like you do with the Emek. Well, that's my answer. That's my answer to somebody else, though. Yeah. So it's difficult. I think that it depends on the person, like, I think for people that have been playing, if you've been playing paintball a long time, you kind of know what you want, right? But I think for new people, it's very hard. So getting something that's diverse, or something that's not diverse, something that's versatile is what I'm looking for. Something that's versatile, like the Mini GS, just makes the most sense. Because it's cheap, I mean, I guess if you could get the mechanical frame for like $100 for the ETHA, that'd be really cool. Yeah. There's a bunch of talk about the FL3 valves in here. Yeah, they just came out with their new, like, shortened, better version. Originally, when those came out, I wanted to do a video and try to compare the Hair 45 valve from Deadly Wind and the FL valve from Planet Eclipse. Thankfully, I didn't do that because they just came out with a better, shorter, quicker, snappier version of that thing. So hopefully soon. I know I have the FL valve. I have one of those FL valves, the new ones, but not here right now. Already. I get the thing. But yeah, hopefully or thankfully I didn't compare them. Now I can actually, like, compare the better ones. We can actually compare the good FL one to the Hair 45, which is probably going to be a more fair comparison. Spider54. I have a GS and an Emek, and I love both. But the Emek is so good. I'm with you. I mean, yeah, that's why I was like, I'd rather have that thing. Just because I have so much fun with it. I think that it not being electric and it just me feeling like I can't break it, and it's like $300, and it's like, I don't know, something about like all of that just makes the thing more fun to me. I really enjoy them. Blind shooting the CS2 mech and the FL valve is almost identical. Yeah. Although the CS2 shoots very slightly different. it was already almost the same in the first place, right? I mean, it already really wasn't that much different. Although I've only shot one of those CS2 mechanical frames once, because they're just rare, you know? Nobody really has those things right now. Every time Planet Eclipse... Actually, I don't even think they haven't even been selling those things. Planet Eclipse hasn't even had those. Either way, they're rare, so I haven't really shot many. Speaking of which, I probably haven't even shot that many Emeks, really. Only mine, you know, so how many of that I probably had 5, 6, 7? I don't know, I've had a ton of those things. A ton of them. Mainly because I always make videos with them, right? I did the, like, ultimate Emek build. We did the Emek build. What's gonna happen if I put Emek build in? Oh wow, look at that. I did this thing, we did that Emek build. Where I built this cool thing. And then there's been a bunch of different videos that I've made with the Emek, so I've ended up like making them and selling the guns, or I don't know, whatever. Something's happened with the things. This one was pretty cool. That was a very expensive one. If anybody's missed that video, it's pretty easy to find it on the YouTube. Oh my god, this is a minute-long ad. I'd like to tell everyone you can skip ads on YouTube. So we put part 4. Oh, this is the very last part of this video. Yeah, this gun was pretty cool. I really liked it. It was a very expensive. It was very, 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 very expensive though. I mean, when it was all said and done, it was like, where's like a good side profile? I guess that's good. I mean, just the body kit was $200 something, and that barrel was $200 something, and then all the internal parts, I think it was like $1,200 or something like that. It's a crazy price for an Emek. Crazy. What's up from American Paintball Coliseum? American Paintball Coliseum, where the hell is that? In Phoenix, Arizona. That's a pretty cool name. We're gonna go look up. Oh, it's indoor. How about that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Look at how big that building is. You know, indoor paintball is not very fun. And why are you indoors right now? It can't be that bad in Phoenix, right? I mean, Phoenix has to be like pretty nice today. I mean, it's only 90 outside. That's pretty good, right? It's only 90. That's funny. This place is cool though. We're gonna go to their website. Yeah, one of the things that sucks about playing paintball inside is you'd think it'd be cool and it'd be neat, and I guess it probably is neat and maybe like novel for a while. They have like one thing I don't like about some like wonky pictures. I just gotta get better pictures of their friggin' facilities, you know? Like I want to see pictures. Yeah, playing inside, I mean it's cool because it's like novel and interesting, but the lighting's always so bad. It's always kind of hard to see stuff. It's always really loud. I mean, you think about paintball guns and then hitting these bunkers, it's like, it's just so loud. Yep. Oh, okay. Barry, well that makes more sense. I'm like, man, Phoenix, like, you know, obviously it's 150 sometimes, you know, so I'd assume if it was like, you know, nice outside, people just want to be outside, that's all. For sure, but it's cool to even have an indoor field, you know? One of the things that I really miss about paintball is playing on the weekend nights. I mean, we used to go play Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday night. You know, we'd go play. There were multiple places we could go play back in the day in like the early 2000s, 2004, 5, 6, in there, places we could go play at night. It was a lot of fun. You know. But actually like practicing, or like if you're like trying to be serious about it and stuff, it's just really hard to play indoor because it's so loud and ching, 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 ching. It's crazy. Barry, all your points are valid. Sure. Indoor is better. It's cool because we're open 7 days a week. For sure, absolutely. That's what I miss about it, right? Like, we'd kind of go play, you know, under the lights at night and stuff like that. And then, you know, Saturday or Sunday afternoon in the daytime, in the morning or whatever, normal paintball time, we'd go play, you know, outside. I don't know. I mean, indoor wouldn't be, I mean, the real problem with indoor is just they're not big enough, you know? If you could go play at like an NFL arena, like if you could go play at the Sky Dome, or I don't even know the names of these indoor arenas anymore. Minnesota, you know, they've got one. You could go play wherever the Vikings play. If we could play there, we'd have no problem with sound or lighting, you know? But places that paintball places can afford, you know, their ceilings, you know, can still be 50 feet, but 50 feet's just not that high. What is it Jaegers or Jaegers? Jaegers Paintball? I don't even know how to spell that. Jaegers Paintball? Jaegers Paintball in Kansas City, as someone said. Jacob said, they're very cool. I mean, this is like a destination paintball field. I mean, look at that. That is cool. And one of the things that this might actually be really good at is because of the stone, it might actually not be as loud. It might be loud in there, but it might be like a different type of loud, you know? Because when you're playing airball inside, man, those guns that are just like, and then they hit the bunkers and then make even more noise. Like, it's just like crazy loud all the time. We can't see it. Someone said, good. Thank you for yelling. Indoor, there you go. So yeah, you might get like paint to just hit the walls on this stuff. So hitting that stone in this old mine or quarry or whatever this is, it might not be so loud. I truly don't know though. I'm not really sure. But this place is like a destination paintball field. Like, look at how cool it is. Damn, the lighting is really good though. The lighting looks really good. I mean, it's hard with pictures. You can make pictures always look like, you know, better, but it's really tall. Like, look at how big. It's just really cool. Really, really cool. Just look at that. Look at it, it's cool. What's the coolest paintball field though? I really don't know, you know, because like there's so many of these fields that I just don't know about, you know? I mean, there's a lot of these places that have really cool paintball fields. There's what's the field that has, there's a field in LA that's Hollywood Props, Props. It's not Hollywood Sports Park. What's the field in LA that has like dinosaurs and like all kinds of stuff? Yeah, someone said SC Village. Definitely not SC Village. Definitely not SC Village. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know where it's at. Dinosaurs. Jungle Island. That's probably what I think it is. Think so. So, whoa, jeez. It was like right there for me. Jungle Island. Jesus, man. Jungle people. Man, well, the pictures are not that great. I've never been there though, so I don't really know. But they've got like crazy shit. Apparently they've got a bunch of old like movie props and stuff on the fields. I don't know. Maybe it's not as cool as I thought it was. I don't know. Boston Paintball has a cool city in Ashland. Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen that for sure. Boston Paintball's got a really good indoor also. But again, that indoor stuff. Paintball fields. They've got a castle field. They got like a volcano field. Whoa. That's cool. Yeah, one of the things that sucks about California though, yeah, that's the field that I remember looking at. It's like the Vietnam tunnels or something. It's crazy. Yeah, one of the things that really sucks here is that Jungle Island. Something about Matty Boy. I think that I'm not really sure. I know that Dynasty's played here, right? Airball Fields. I honestly have no idea. I'm not really sure where he plays at. Yeah, but one thing that sucks about California is there's no woods ball, you know? I look at like... Whoa. I look at Oregon people playing paintball in Oregon and I'm like, dang. Like, look at that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, we don't get woods like that. Like, I want to be in like the thick woods, you know? And we just don't have any trees. Hey, look, there's Dave. It's just not very fun, you know? We have like these stupid like rolling hills with just grass everywhere. So I'm always jealous about like whatever people, you know. You want to see what my the woods around here looks like? Whoops. What am I typing in maps for? We'll just go look at Cal. We have like no woods. I mean, I guess we can go woods up here, but this is all like, this is where some of the cool paintball fields used to be, but they're all gone now. There used to be some out here. They're all gone now. But it's all just private property too, so it's really difficult. I guess everything's private for the most part. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we just don't really have any woods. It's all like that. Really. I mean, most everywhere is like that. Anyway. Oh yeah. Exciting times, guys. I see muddy, I don't know. Something. I like that ghost. I like that ghost that goes across the screen. Have I played at Velocity? Not in a very, very long time. I mean, last time I think I was at Velocity Paintball Park was, God, 15 years ago? Something like that. It was a very, very long time ago. Yeah, in a long time. Christopher Coda says, that's why California players are the best at airball and not wood. Could probably be. It's definitely got to be some sort of reason. I mean, there's players, you know, that never even play in the woods. They just go straight into airball fields. Because around here, you know, like, if you live in Sacramento, like if you live here, there's the closest, like if you want to go play woods, the closest place to probably go play woods is Jungle Paintball. And Jungle is probably about like an hour and 20 minutes from here, an hour and a half, somewhere in there, which isn't really that bad. But I mean, you've got like 6 other places to choose from before that, you know? I mean, there's, you know, lots of places that are closer. So most of the time people are, you know, picking stuff that's close to their house, and that's not woods ball. So we end up with, you know, a lot of people that don't play woods ball. Which kind of sucks because I'd rather play that, right? Like I like crawling around in the woods and it's fun to just like crawl around and stuff like that. Fishmaster2 says, which air tank is older than the Ninja SL2 or the HK Army Aerolite? Which tank is older? Not than, which that's not how you asked that. You asked it correct. Which air tank is older, the Ninja SL2 or the HK Army Aerolite? SL2. Yep. They're the same bottle, you know. Like this is an Aerolite, but this is an 80, so it's a little different. But they're the same bottles, but Ninja did it first. Nitro Duck, cool. A Nitro Duck tank. I don't think I've ever had a Nitro Duck tank. I'm not sure. Dan says, I play at L Level, we're just gonna say Level Up in Columbus. Probably the best place in Ohio because Splatter Park is really expensive, but it's really cool. Level Up looks cool too. Level Up's definitely new. I mean, how long Level Up might have been? About 5 years there or something like that. Right Away was good. They had a bunch of money right away, so they were able to like just make it really nice to start with. They didn't like take 20 years to you know, develop into something cool, which is neat. A serious actor says, any suggestions for lightweight paintball pants? I live in hot, hot SoCal. As an actor myself, I would suggest definitely not. This could be acting, right? Any good suggestion of lightweight paintball pants? There's lots of good lightweight paintball pants. I mean, it's really been a problem lately because even when I started this channel, right, just a couple years ago, it feels like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, there were not a lot of pant options, right? They were probably like 7 to 10 pants in paintball. So it was really easy to be like, pick these two if you like this, and these two if you like this. But at this point, I mean, there's like just HK Army themselves. Like HK Army just themselves have like 8 pairs of pants, you know? So we're gonna switch back to this. We're gonna go to paint. I was looking at this the other day because I'm working, I'm writing a pant review. You know, look at this, it's crazy. So they have this pair, which is different than this one, 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 you know? They have a lot of pants. So HK right now have their track pants, their TRK pants, which is confusing, the track pants, the hardline pants, freeline pants, hostile pants, and the team series pants, which are really just, you know, special versions of the TRKs and freelines, whatever. But they also have different styles in these. So they have jogger fit in the freeline pant, like this, and they also have the classic or the relaxed fit. So HK themselves have like 7 pairs of pants now. So it's gotten really hard, you know? I mean, there's so many pants. It's like you could pick from the JT pants are lightweight. There's, you know, all these other custom companies that are making pants now too. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. The new Exalt pants, Exalt changed their pants, so now Exalt pants are jogger style. So there are plenty of different pant options. I think for me personally, the ones that I have liked the most, I don't know, I've got them around here somewhere, are probably my TRK the Air pants. So I bought, see, there's different versions of these too. So I really like these. I'm a fan of these pants. And when I compare these to like other ones, right? And I compare them like, we'll say to the Bunker King pants or the Infamous pants or the Carbon pants or whatever, right? There's all those out there. There's tons and tons of pants. Tons of pant options. And they're all kind of the same thing. So what I like about these is they're cheaper, right? I mean, they're $30, $40, $50 cheaper than some of the stuff. So that $120 price, you know, they're not $200, they're not $170. Because when I'm spending money on these lighter weight pants, they certainly don't last as long, right? It's not like you're buying some crazy heavy duty, thick constructed pants, right? That's not the purpose of these. The purpose of them is to be lightweight. So they're not gonna last as long. So I like the cheaper price. And for me, they just kind of fit me better, right? I mean, one of the problems that I always have is they're just not long enough. So a lot of like the Infamous pants for sure, and the Bunker King pants for sure, if I buy them like the correct size, they just don't fit my body right. So these fit me better, really. So it's price and fit for me on these. And they're good. I mean, I've had no problems with them. I've worn them 3 times now, and they're good. But I think you're gonna probably find that from anyone, you know? Like, it doesn't matter what pants they are, right? If you go paintball pants, pretty much everyone's gonna be like, yeah, they're good. I didn't have any problems with them, really, you know? Like, those are probably not something I would buy. Or those, or those, or those. I mean, I guess you can buy these. This is this is probably not what the best thing to look at. Paintball pants, yeah, there's so many pants out there that it's just hard, and it truly is just kind of preference. What I was really saying is, oh, that is weird how that's still like that. That's weird. Yeah, it really is weird because it's just gonna be whatever the person has. So everybody's probably gonna say they like them the most, right? Like I say I like those TRK Air Pants because they work for me and I like them, you know? If I had some other pair, I'd probably just say those are the best. So it's kind of just whatever the person has is they're probably gonna say is the best. Because there's so many good pairs of pants out there now. Yeah. What I would do is one of the things that what I would do is probably like, you could also like look at people and like see how the pants fit on them and just what you like, you know? Check return policies. Maybe some of these places will let you like, you know, try them on and just send them right back to them. I don't know. Slider shorts. What are the best slider shorts? That's probably easier because there really aren't that many slider shorts. I think two things. So I really like, oops. Whoa, what's going on here? I was gonna say that I really like, if I am gonna wear slider shorts, what's going on here? It's probably gonna be the dye ones. I have always been a fan of the dye slider short. Right there. Whoa, that was a hell of a zoom. That's a really bad picture though. Look at that one. Yeah, I really like these. So for me personally, these probably work the best. So for me, I'm not diving all that much, right? Like I'm not taking a bunch of really hard impacts or anything like that. So I mainly wear slider shorts for groin protection. So when I've worn slider shorts, these always work the best for me because I didn't need the really hard, thick pad. I just kind of needed some padding. And these slider shorts, the like, you know, padding, you can kind of, I don't know, maybe I just know what it feels like so I can be like, oh, you can kind of tell, but their padding isn't really thick. It's very like soft and kind of like gushy or whatever. So yeah, it's a very like soft pad. So it doesn't have like, it's not really like firm. Like these are also really popular. The Exalt Slider shorts are also super popular. So like these Exalt ones, their pad is much heavier and like thicker. So you can like withstand impact a lot more. So I think it kind of depends on like who you are and how you slide and how you dive. But that's also a really like difficult thing, right? Because there are so many slider shorts out there that you kind of have to like physically touch them all to know what they are all like. And yeah, I haven't touched every single one of them. Someone said Aiden said the carbon bottoms. Yeah, carbon paintball. Carbon paintball make like a slider pant thing. But so did Infamous. Wow, I spelled Infamous crazy right there. Infamous also make a cool slider pant, but the Infamous one's kind of crazy, right? Where is padding? Let's look for no protective. Oh my lord. Infamous is really increasing the amount of menu items they have. Paintball Gear? Or we could just go, we could try that. Let's see what happens if I do that. So there's the carbon bottom. So the carbon are only selling their full bottom now, which is good. So these are freaking weird. Or no, those are weird. Man, I'm not used to the way this mouse works. This is what I want. Nope. I'm used to a different mouse. Okay, weird me out. Okay, so somebody said carbon stuff. So yeah, definitely these carbon bottoms are cool, but it also really matters, right? I mean, like I can't wear these. They just simply do not fit me. So when I put the medium size on, if I wear a medium, medium to large is probably the correct waist size, I think, on these things. They're just too short. I mean, I'm too big, right? I'm just tall. So when I put these on, this knee area is like up here on me. So it just doesn't work. I've always wanted these to work. I think back in the day, there were the invert pads that were somewhat similar to this. Well, they were actually more similar to a knicker. So they didn't have, the invert pads didn't have this like bottom part. So I was super excited when I saw these things. I was like, man, that's just like those old, like, you know, invert ones from back in the day. But the weirdest part about these is there's literally no groin protection. It's just like, whatever, you know, it's just that lightweight fabric there. It's very odd. Very odd. They have their full slider though. I mean, those have a groin pad. You can kind of even see that in there, you know. That's why a lot of people wear slider shorts, is so they can have a little bit of that nut protection. So it's very weird to me how the infamous ones just don't have it. It's just very odd. But what I'm really wearing is like I prefer now, because like I said, I'm not really sliding and diving all that much. I actually prefer to just wear a soft cup. I made a whole entire video about how to like, oops, I guess that works. We can paintball. I made, jeez. Trying to find the video, I don't even know. I don't know how to find it. I don't know what the title is. I don't know. Yeah, I made a whole video about like, I don't know, you know. Groin protection, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. The worst part about paintball. Yeah, I actually started wearing this thingy. Somewhere in there's actually video of it. That bad boy right there. And it's perfectly fine for me. Just because I don't want to get shot in the nuts, you know? That's like my biggest, like, the biggest fear ever. It happened once, and it was definitely not fun. Switching back. Okay, anyway, guys. I don't know what to talk about, or I'm gonna go. I might just go 2:30, might go ride a bike or something like that. It's kind of nice outside. You know it. All right, I'm going. Gentlemen, maybe ladies, enjoy the rest of the week. I appreciate everybody.